Our next speaker, I am pleased to welcome Jordan Heavener. Jordan Heavener is the co-director of the Women Project, a nonprofit organization in Rhode Island focused on building a strong, feminist, community-based movement to further human rights of Rhode Islanders by using art and activism to advance education and social change. Jordan grew up in rural western Washington state, where she received a BA in political science and communications from the University of Washington. She moved to Rhode Island in 2006, where she started her career as a commercial real estate appraiser. We are pleased to welcome her on her speech of ACT and activism in the fight for reproductive freedom.
Thank you so much. It's amazing to be here today. As we've already mentioned many times, there was some exciting news here just last night. It was a really big moment when the House passed the Reproductive Privacy Act, which would protect the right to abortion here in Rhode Island. For us, this issue is not a political one, it is a personal one. It is about each of us having the right and ability to make our own decisions. It is about honoring the agency of women. It is about women being able to decide how to build our families and our relationships. It is about women making our own decisions and controlling our own futures. It is about the fact that if we cannot decide the most powerful and profound and yet basic things as when to become a parent and what happens with our bodies, then we cannot truly be free. We are not truly liberated. I am so thrilled by last night, but there is still a lot of work to do. Today, we should absolutely celebrate. It was just 2 years ago today that the Women Project, a brand new group that came together out of a need to build a statewide movement to make change, had our first big event. We held a dinner strike and got 300 people in South County to walk 1.3 miles. And what that told us was that there was a craving, a yearning, a real need, and an urgency and energy for women to come together and make and demand change that we need. And we've been doing that. The passage of the bill in the House last night came after years of work and thousands of volunteers. We have worked with activists across the state, held dozens of events around Rhode Island, talked to and with and heard the stories of hundreds of women and men who are with us in this important work, not only to protect the right to abortion, but also to address the very real changes that women and families continue to face, and making sure that we can all have a safe place to live and to be treated with decency and respect in a workplace that pays us a living wage, that we can bring our kids to quality and affordable childcare, and to be able to send them to safe public schools where they will receive a good education that empowers them to dream without limits. It is about addressing the very real systemic barriers to healthcare and education and opportunities that women of color and other people who live on the margins in our state continue to face. It is about standing with and by the side of those most impacted by inequality each and every day here in Rhode Island. We are seeing the results of the organizing that we've been doing for these years. We are making a real impact together if we just continue to strive. We need to be brave. We had volunteers who ran for office this past fall and won. We have people who are telling their stories about seeking abortion for the very first time in committee hearings. Their bravery is making a difference. We need to be bold. People want to tell us to wait for change and not ask for too much. They say there are other issues that need attention. Well, Rhode Island women are sick of waiting. We demand real and lasting change to protect our rights and ensure that we have the ability to build the healthy, empowering lives that we deserve. We need to be resilient. The House passage of the bill last night came after decades of work and activists coming together every year for more than 20 years to organize and rally and speak out. Large-scale transformative change does not happen overnight. We need to be persistent. We need to be in this together. We need to see this as not a moment, but a movement. We at the Women Project are working hard to build a movement that encourages us to be brave, to be bold, to be resilient. Today we pause to celebrate the brave, bold, resilient women who came before us. We celebrate the amazing women who are juggling work and family, the incredible women who are fighting against the odds to not just survive, but thrive. The work is hard, but we are not going anywhere. We are so grateful for the progress that has been made after years of work. But there's still much work to do, and we are here to do it. We hope that you will be with us in this fight. We hope you will be brave. We encourage you to be bold, and we ask you to be resilient and relentless in our continued fight for women's health, rights, equity, and liberation.